What's up guys? Tyler here. Today we're going to make one of my favorites and a common camp menu item. I'm talking about steak. I think most people will agree that when you go camping you eat better than you do at home. I know we do. I love camping and we usually go all out on the cooking. I've done it all from top ramen and Doritos to lobster tails and bacon wrapped prime rib. This one's going to be somewhere toward the middle, probably closer to ramen. I got the cheapest steak I could find at the store to be budget friendly for living on the road, van life, or like me, just being cheap. We'll fancy it up a little bit by making some broccolini and potatoes to go with it. The great thing about this meal is you only need one pan. We're going to be using the same heat too, so it's not only easy to clean up, but it's easy to cook. We're going to need the cheap steak, we're going to need some broccolini, some potatoes, some butter, some olive oil, as well as our last dollar Fireside Flavor seasoning. I'm going to use the garlic and rosemary infused olive oil that we made in the last video. So let's go ahead and get everything ready, starting with seasoning the steak. We want to keep it simple and classic, and that's where last dollar shines. This is my favorite blend. It kicks anything you put it on up a few notches. It's made with cold smoked oak flake salt, cracked pepper, and garlic. It's so good. Now that we have our cheap steak all seasoned up, we're going to go ahead and set it aside to soak up all of that flavor while we get everything else ready. We're going to toss the broccolini with some olive oil. Next, we're going to go ahead and cut the potatoes into thin slices so they cook quickly. We want a good sized chunk of butter for the steak and one for the potatoes as well. The potatoes and the broccolini will be cooked together, so they'll both have hints of the butter, garlic, and rosemary, which will be nice. All right, we got everything prepared. Let's get to cooking. Normally I'd be cooking outside on the scuttle, but today is cold and snowy and I don't want to be outside. Plus, my friend Monica with Glitter Overland out in Rangeley, Maine, wanted me to use the cast iron on this, so that worked out perfectly, for me at least. All right, let's get the cast iron over medium heat. Now, this cheap cut of beef will be very tough if we cook it too much. So hot and fast should give us that medium rare that we're looking for. Once the cast iron is heated up, add the butter, let it melt about halfway, and put the steak right on top of it. As the butter melts, use a spoon and base it over the top of the steak. Cook it for about 90 seconds and then flip it. Spoon the butter over the top of the steak again and cook for another 90 seconds. Once it's all done, take it off the heat immediately and set it aside to rest while we cook the broccolini and the potatoes. We're going to add the rest of the butter and the potatoes to start cooking. Once the potatoes have a nice crisp on them, we're going to flip them and then add the broccolini in the pan. What we're looking for on the broccolini is to basically warm them up. We want them to be cooked, but still have a little bit of a crunch to them. Once the potatoes are finished, remove them, and the broccolini should be just about done as well. Now is the best time. It's time to eat. All right, let's dig into this steak and see what we've got. I can tell you right off the bat, this smells amazing. The smoked salt from last dollar, the butter, the garlic, the rosemary aroma coming off the potatoes and the broccolini is taking over the whole house. This is going to be good. We got a nice medium rare cook on this cheap cut of steak, which is almost exactly what we were looking for. Now, this just proves that a simple and cheap meal while camping or living on the road doesn't mean it has to be ramen or dollar menu crap. I bought these steaks in a 6-pack for about $12. The broccolini was about $3, and the potatoes were about $4 or $5 at Costco for a massive bag that will seemingly last forever. Or at the very least, it'll provide you plenty to share. So about $20 will give you 6 better tasting, healthier, full meals for about $3.50 each. And it's way better than a dollar menu burger. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you follow along for more easy recipes that are perfect for camping, van life, living on the road, or just simply at home. Thanks for watching. We'll see y'all next time.